Today on the Rumors Comedy Cast, Bil Dwyer tells Jordan Welwood about the time he told a comedy club owner he was an asshole. Featuring music by Uncle Seth, follow us on Twitter, iTunes, YouTube, and Instagram at Rumors Comedy.
This is what we're dealing with here.
What is the name of this podcast?
The Rumors Comedy Club Comcast. Videocast?
Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Really.
Do you have any suggestions for the name?
It's the Rumors Comedy Club Comcast. Common and Concast.
Comic-Con.
That sounds like a cable provider. Right. That's what it is.
We are also a cable provider.
It's a Comcast. Worst cable provider ever.
Welcome to episode 21.
It's a guy just holding a wire. You want cable? Here you go.
You gotta plug your laptop into it? Is that how?
And then you that same guy shows up every 4 weeks and demands $87 from you.
The price is right, though. Welcome
unless you pay him $50 when he first comes to your house. What about those? Oh man, when the cable guy would come over to your house and you'd look around even though it's your own house. Hey, what if I give you $50? Can you give me all the movie channels? Yes, I can, sir. And you don't have to lower your voice. We're in your house, you idiot. Unless you think the Bunko Squad is hiding behind your wall. Sir, there's no need for you to lower your voice. I'm not wearing a wire.
If that was his response, that would be unreal. That'd be the most brazen, cheating.
It's like when you go into a head shop, you can't use the word bong or pot. It's like, yeah, who's here? Is there somebody from the Bunko Squad who's been hiding behind the wall? Who's just gonna? Did that guy say bong?
The walls just fold.
These are vases. Then you get to run away because he's got plaster in his eyes. Busted. Oh. My throat is full of drywall.
I can't imagine it's like that in LA. You guys can get weed anywhere.
It's cool
now.
It's like when there's an earthquake in LA, and they say there's been reports of figurines falling off shelves. Wow, what reporter is assigned to that beat? Jenkins, get out to the fault line. See if anybody's lost any Hummel figurines. Go!
Are those the little glass ones? Are those like the...
I'm not sure what Hummel figurines are, but I'm sure they're beautiful, and the gals love them.
I'm going to get one for the next day.
That's right. I said, and the gals love them.
You love those little figurines.
Gals love being called gals.
So, Bil Dwyer's here. Welcome to Winnipeg.
And I'm angering people who are working here.
No, this is our time to shine.
People who are actually working here.
We're getting it done.
That's right. And we're coming at you live from Rumors in Winnipeg, which is right next to Tuxedo Animal Hospital.
It's mostly for penguins.
We take care of penguins and Boston Terriers. Only ones that are shitting a little too fancy.
Indeed.
Tuxedo Animal Hospital. Apparently I'm the first one who did that joke on stage. Is that right? Okay.
Don't talk to them. They just work here.
Work hard here. Thank you, by the way, everybody.
Thanks,
I hope the tips were decent. The cancer fundraiser people said they didn't raise a lot of money.
That was for a walk, though.
Oh.
So.
Because that's what people stricken with cancer want to do. They want to go for a nice long walk.
I don't think they have to walk.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Why didn't somebody think this through?
Leg and lung.
This walk makes me want to pull my hair out. Oh, wait.
So, Bill, first night in town. How did it go? How do you like it here so far?
Is it even night? Has the sun set yet? It's only 11:30, so
2
I think
months
we
of
got
light, and then the rest is darkness where we live.
I've worked in it was fine here. I've worked in Fairbanks, Alaska when it's wintertime.
Okay.
And it gets down to it gets really, really cold there. And I remember saying to the hotel guy, I go, oh, what's the weather outside? You know, like it's not awful. Like they should just say, well, it's awful. It's awful here, and we're stupid people for living here.
Yeah.
But he goes, oh, it's 30 below. And I go, wow, that's cold. And he goes, that's nothing. I want to go, no, you need 30 degrees to get to nothing. This is something. This is something awful.
People can relate to that here.
Yeah, it gets cold here, right?
Yeah, same temperature in winter.
Really?
Yeah.
They get down to 30 below?
Yeah.
Tell me, are all the people here criminals?
Most of them.
And alcoholics, like in Fairbanks, except for the mayor? Oh. And I've also...
except for the mayor?
So you know the trick then, when it's got to be at least 30 below to take a hot cup of coffee outside,
chuck it
throw it up in the air, and it just...
turns into dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hotter the coffee, the better.
We could do that here technically. I haven't done it myself, but
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You throw it on someone? It's
kind of one note. Oh, that would be a great thing to do.
Better, and then it's
That'd
dust
be a nice
like,
cold, because people love pranks when it's 40 below. I'm telling you, people love a good prank.
They do.
Hey, your shoe's untied, then you throw coffee at them.
Mood.
Pranks.
Bill, I got a question for you. Since we're talking about Fairbanks, Alaska, worst gig story. You got one.
Not in Fairbanks. I actually enjoy the crowds there because it's wintertime and they actually go out to comedy shows. Summertime, they all go outside because it's light all day.
Fishing, hunting.
Wintertime, they don't know anything. They've told me that they don't get used to it because you're not supposed to live there.
No.
You shouldn't be living there. No one should live there. Crows shouldn't live there. But if it's 10:30 in the morning, they wake up, they look at the clock, and it's dark. They don't know if it's 10:30 at night or 10:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
My worst gig, and you brought this up earlier, and I thought, what is my worst gig? And there's been some bad ones. A lot of them my fault. Like, lack of skill will make a lot of gigs bad.
That counts.
Like, if you're a comic and you get a lot of bad gigs, you blow probably as a comic.
Yeah.
You probably blow.
These aren't going well.
Yeah. Man, every one of these gigs sucks. Every one of these gigs,
crowds.
nobody laughs, and people yell at me all the time. All these gigs suck. I was doing a gig in Northern California, one-nighter. A great guy by the name of Jimmy Goings booked it, and I don't think it was a bad gig for everybody, but for me that night. And the opener, and I got to throw a little bit of blame on him, went way too long, and like the last 15 minutes, he was supposed to do a half hour, and I do 45.
Gotcha.
Because I was the headliner.
Yes.
You know, I come out second or third, depending on some clubs. They'll just throw up let's put up 8 openers. And then you. Oh, the audience is going to be thrilled about that.
Once they're exhausted.
Eight guys talking about jerking off. And then the headliner.
Here's 8 white dudes.
Hey, whoever comes up. I remember one club owner. I go, who's opening? He goes, whoever shows up. Great way to run a club, asswipe. I didn't say asswipe. And nor did I say great way to club. It's closed now. It was in Seattle. I think it was, I don't know what it was called. It wasn't the Underground. That's a good club. And then Dave Dennison's club is good. That's just outside of Seattle. That's Laughs.
Okay.
This is Terry, what's his name? He's terrible. This is a terrible club.
Terry, what's this? This sucks.
Yeah, if he's watching this, I think I did call you an asswipe to the other comics, and I know it got back to you.
So then it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and he heard about it, so he knows I don't care for him.
Fair enough.
Anyway, it's been over a decade since I worked there, and the club is closed, so I don't think I'm going back.
You're coming out on top in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear.
So that was kind of a bad gig, and that guy cheated at poker. We were playing in his club, and he cheated.
Did you call him out? Did someone flip the table, and was it a?
I called him out, and it didn't. There was like a series of bad things, and one of them was him. And then he thought I did too little time at a. Anyway, this isn't that interesting. So this gig,
Fuck this guy.
this gig that I thought was, it was probably a decent gig for some people.
Yeah.
The opener goes too long. His last 15 minutes is just him selling merch. And how about this? I got these cards, and in these cards, and you open it up, and it says "Go fuck yourself," and it's like, okay, how about that? Oh, I got these. It's like, what is this? Is this HSN or is it comedy? Come on now. How about this? I got this. Here's something. So I go up. And it's this giant place. It's a gigantic, had like a high ceiling. It's like a rock and roll place, you know.
Yeah.
And it's got a decent crowd there. I don't know if they were tired or again, my skill level not there, not able to handle.
How many years in at this point?
Probably 8 years in or something. You know, but the first few years I was all scattered. I still am. I'm on.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I do. Yeah, I do all sorts of different work.
Pish posh.
I'm an over actor. I host TV shows.
You hosted a lot of stuff.
So anyway, hang on. Worst gig. So I'm on stage and I'm eating it. I am nothing. And there's these big Marshall amps, like it's like a rock and roll club. This giant stage. It's like anti-comedy. And so was I that night. And I'm just eating it. And I look over at one point, and the owner is behind one of the giant amps. He's going... and I could read his lips, and it was, come on.
Yeah.
Get off the stage. Come on. And I go, no. I'm going to get these people. And you know what? I didn't. Did not get them. I think he hit me behind the amps like about 25 minutes in, because 3 minutes is a lot of silence.
Yeah.
We've all had, when we start out comedy, you get some
Mouth
silence.
gets dry. You get that.
You get this weird shit in the corner here, this white stuff, and I go, no, I'm gonna get these people, and I did not, and then I got my check, and I remember I didn't get reimbursed for the cab, and I was too embarrassed to walk back in there. Then there was another one at a giant club where I wasn't headlining. It was down in San Diego, a place called 4th and B, and I was the featured act, which for those of you who don't know would be the second performer.
It's in the
There's
middle.
usually opener or MC, and what they do is not here, because you were great tonight. You did a nice
Thank
job.
you very much.
Usually the opener is a local guy, and it's a numbers thing. I've figured out the algorithm. He's a local guy. He's been doing comedy about 6 months. He's supposed to do 15 minutes. He only has 12, and then he gets angry after 9.
Sounds
That's
like there's a
how
lot
it
of
works
awesome
with the opener.
opportunity out there that I've not scratched the surface of.
But you did a nice job.
Thank you.
You did. So I'm the featured act at this place called 4th and B, and I remember my buddy Avi Lieberman, and I have forgiven him for this. He goes, oh man, you gotta tape. You gotta go down there and you gotta tape. You gotta tape, man. You gotta tape. Still had tape, Did people even say you gotta digitize? You gotta digitize. No, they don't.
DSLR
You still just tape. You gotta tape, man. You gotta tape. So I set up the camera on the tripod, and it's a big crowd. It's like this famous place where all these people come in. Like it seemed like it was like 1,200 people, and it's free to get in. They're usually a great
free to
crowd.
get in?
Yeah, Avi Lieberman was telling me, "Gotta tape, man. Gotta tape." So I tape. Right, I set up the tripod, the camera, and I get up on stage. And back then, I was doing a gig where I'd wear my jacket on my shoulders, and then I would throw it off. And I remember, like, as I'm walking up the stairs, I think to myself, this isn't going to go well, which is not the last thing you want to think before you hit the stage. So I get up on stage, and I'd say, I like it here. And then I'd throw the jacket off, and I'd say, I think I'll stay. Nothing. So I let that sit for a while. Nothing. And then I'm doing so poorly that I can hear a woman talking about 20 rows out. It's a big place.
Yeah.
And she's talking, and I say a couple things. She just keeps talking, and it's only this one person. Everyone else is silent.
Okay.
There's no laughs. There's no nothing. It's me talking and this woman. And this was like in 92, it was right after this, like 20 years ago, when the English nanny like shook a baby to death, right?
Oh, yeah, that damn English.
So this woman's talking, and finally I go, well, somebody just shake that woman like an English nanny. And the crowd just, oh, and I'm back. No, I mean, she's talking. I mean, like, I don't think that's funny either, but I mean, she's talking. And like, they're furious with me. And I have to do whatever, my 15, 20 minutes, and they hate every single second of it. So they take a break after the feature, me, and they all go to this bar in the showroom so they can get a drink for the headliner, John Bazaar, who I drove down with, so I couldn't even scurry out of there. and then the crowd's all walking this way, and I have to go get my camera. Like, and all these people are just, like, they're going out of their way to throw a shoulder into me,
Jesus.
So it was so awful, and they were so mad. And then I'm embarrassed. Like, what sort of a jackass would tape this thing?
Yeah.
And then the tape doesn't even come out right. The focus never hits. Or else you would have had this beautiful death of me on tape. Instead, I erased it. But, yeah, it wasn't even focused.
Do you wish you had it like in focus? Would you have watched it now, or would that be?
Well,
too
you
painful?
could listen to it, and that would be glorious.
Yeah,
because you can do poor video and just listen to the sound. That's called a CD. But you can't.
Or cassette.
Yeah, but you can't do poor sound with great video. That just doesn't work.
No, definitely not.
We were shooting something one time, and that's what happened.
Now you know.
We had video, and whoever was shooting it for us did not set up any kind of backup mics.
Audio is key.
Yeah,
That's why we have this lovely unit, and we're told not to bang on the tables.
right. And I don't know if I have been, but I feel like even the tiniest thing might, because that's sensitive mic. Like that's gonna drive fucking the sound engineer crazy.
It's kind of sensual. I don't know.
That's gonna drive the sound engineer
Crazy. Nice. So, Bill, you're here. 2 weeks, man. It's a bit of a stretch. Winnipeg. You've never been here before. You got any plans? You gonna get blackout drunk, or just?
Does anybody plan? I suppose I didn't plan that when I was in college, but I remember that I'm gonna get ripped tonight.
Yeah.
And you should, and you do, but it's never as good as you think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's always if you get a nice buzz, it usually sneaks up on you.
Yeah, and it wasn't
oh
planned.
Man, what happened last night? It wasn't planned. When you plan it, it happens too fast, and
It's
then
aggressive.
you're out of it, and it's like this. You're like this, and you think you're fascinating, and you're not. And you're like this. I've never shit my pants though.
Just in general.
When never. Like
Okay.
never.
That's
I
impressive.
never have.
That is a bold claim.
And then people go, "What? Come on, you never?" No, I never have.
People are like, "Well, you
And I
never shit your pants
hope I
when you're
take
drunk?
that to
Think
my
you're better
grave.
than
Yeah.
us?"
What are you? You never got drunk and shit your pants? Who are you? What's the matter with you?
That's a common thing.
Is it?
It must be.
What's the matter with you people?
We're animals here.
Everybody, your pants shitting and your blackout drinking.
You're gonna have a good time here, I think.
Oh yeah, I will have a good time. I'll show you.
You seem pumped.
I'll show you, idiots. I'll have a good time. I don't know who else will, but I'll have a good time. That's the thing. You gotta remain positive.
Positivity. That's the secret.
Positivity. You're not supposed to lie
Don't do that.
because the truth will set you free. But I also think lying sometimes will set you free.
Pretty helpful sometimes.
Especially if you're being arrested for something.
That never
Did you
works.
murder your wife? No. Well, go ahead then. Get
You're
on
free to
out of
go.
here. I say lying will set you free sometimes.
Take this man's advice. Come down to Rumors Comedy Club for.
What, are you wrapping it up
We're
now?
wrapping it up, man.
Because you were watching the clock?
No, because this guy's giving me the googly eyes.
Oh, I couldn't even see it. Where's my single?
Get
I demanded
tight
a
shot
single
of this
camera.
man. He's got 2 cameras in. They're both wide.
Yeah.
A lot of headroom.
Yeah.
Just get tight on this man. He's got the face
that
of a host.
2-camera system designed by Lucille Ball's sister and Desi Arnaz's cousin.
What?
Perfected later on by Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball set up the modern 3-camera system for sitcoms.
That was originated on that show. I did not know.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And it became a 4-camera system, but for them it was 3 cameras because,
Yeah.
you know, the guy was a, you know, Cuban immigrant. He didn't have a lot of money. He couldn't buy cameras.
He was also the cameraman?
He was. Desi Arnaz. They're hard workers, those
Jesus.
Cubans.
Well, here's to him.
Here's to you, Desi Arnaz.
Check out Bil Dwyer, Rumors Comedy Club, Twitter, at Bil Dwyer.
At Bil Dwyer. B-I-L. I spell it with 1 L.
Yeah.
So I think if people take pictures with me after the show, I want them to send it to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or Facebook, whatever. It's stupid Facebook.
Do
But
that.
I'd rather have them send it to me on Twitter.
And then you get to see them and you're like, look, these people are happy. What's your problem?
Yeah. I would rather have unhappy people. All right, I'll take a picture.
Like you're taking the picture with them?
Can I have a picture? That's what I want, unhappy people. Just a bunch of people just
miserable.
and me.
Look at that face. You can't get mad at it. Get down here, check
Oh,
out the
you
show.
can.
Thanks for tuning in to our Comcast comedy com. You can help us. What's a good
That's
name?
what you should call it, comedy com.
Yeah. Comedy.
It's better than
Club?
this name you got now that
Rumors
you don't
Comedy
even
Club.
know.
Video cast. Comedy Comcast. Why don't you just pick a... He's right. I agree with him. Let's brainstorm. What would you call
Rumors
it?
comedy com.
That's what we already have.
That's what you should call it.
Rumors
That way people know it's
com.
rumors.
Yeah, there's no other clubs called Rumors. We have the American spelling.
That's my body language. This thing is over.
Does it